1. Four.
Not quite come far enough there, Ken. Can get to the red in the left-hand centre, I think, but the white's going to finish up the wrong side of the blue.
Five.
Well, obviously the pink goes into the centre. It certainly doesn't look like it from this angle, but that's what he's played for.
$11. 12. 17.
Both players have got off to a pretty good start in this 94-95 season in the Scottish Masters. A couple of weeks ago or so, Ken Doherty had a very close match with Ronnie before going through to the final and carrying on to win it.
17.
Just won by the odd frame. But that wasn't a very good shot. Unusual miss there. Should have made more points. But it is a bit early in the match. Yes, Ronnie played to get the cue ball back towards the cushion. He's left Ken a chance here to the right corner.
Yes, but that could be a big mistake from Ken. Pink and black now brought out into play. I think Ronnie can get this bottom red into the left-hand corner.
One. Ronnie O'Sullivan 1.
Well, both these players fully aware of the other's abilities. They both know they've got a tough match tonight, but that was a bad miss from Ronnie.
One. Eight. Nine. 16.
Looks as though Ken may have awkward bridging here. So this isn't as easy as it looks.
17. 24. 25.
Oh, and that's a perfectly played shot.
32.
Could well have gone astray there.
33.
'Shade careless. The shot from Ronnie O'Sullivan that let Ken in for these.
40. 41.
Yes, and already 57 points in front, so can't see Ken losing this. Just the pink and one more red required.
$47. 48.
'Well, as I said earlier, Ken has got off to a great start this season. He beat
55.
Stephen Hendry 9-7 in the Scottish Masters. And it really was a great battle. And although he lost in the quarter-final of the Dubai, it was only by the odd frame, again to Stephen Hendry, and not many players beat Stephen.
56.
So he's really building on the reputation he's got, Ken Doherty. Very tough opponent now.
63. 64. 70. 71. 78. 79.
'All shots coming alike.
84. 86. 89.
Well, there was no pressure on that one, but what a great shot, John.
Yes, couldn't have struck that sweeter.
93.
And now looks like a deserved century break.
$98.
Yes, this frame just in being just over 11 minutes. And what a great
104.
start from this young Irishman. Ken Doherty, at 111 clearance, he takes the first frame.
Well, this was the sixth meeting between these two players who've shot to the top of snooker in a short time. Ronnie had won 4 in a row until they went to the Regal Masters in Scotland, where Doherty got his first ever win, but it was very tight indeed. Anyway, good start there by Doherty. And he took the second frame as well in just 22 minutes. So Ken Doherty leading 2-0 against Ronnie O'Sullivan as he breaks off for frame 3.
Well, he certainly couldn't have hit one better than that. But needs to build a sizable break up to really get that feel of things.
Four. Five.
Well, the betting fraternity made these two players both
10.
the same price, 6-5 on for this match. So little to choose between them. But I believe
O'Sullivan,
Ronnie's going to
10.
have to play somewhat better than he has done so far if he's going to master Ken Doherty. No, that's a better safety shot. That's rather threatening his opponent, and he's forcing Ken to have a go at this, and Ken knows he could be in trouble if he misses it.
One.
And that's a good
6.
shot from Ronnie. If he can get the black into play here, he'll have an excellent chance.
7.
A little bit tricky, this one. Bridging over 2 or 3 reds there, and I think he's going to have to hold the cue ball on the cluster of 3 near the pink to get on the next red. has he been lucky? I think he's got
14.
one to the middle, John.
Yes, and that brings the pink into play as well.
15. 20. 21. 27. 28.
And again, not the best of shots from Ronnie. Should have made sure he was the far side of the blue.
See the red he's looking at, the one that's nearest the pocket. Can't afford for the cue ball to go too far through, otherwise he won't get to it. And he just had to judge it so that he didn't have too much of a stretch.
33. 34.
Well, that looks pretty good for Ronnie. Can now get the pink back to this end of the table. Electing the green.
$37. 38. 43. 44.
And this is a pretty good break from this young man. Such an abundance of natural talent and flair. But proving here that he's also got a bit of bottle as well. Things weren't going well.
51.
And now just a red and a black. And this frame should be on Ken's reach.
52. 59. 60. 67. 68. 75. Ronnie O'Sullivan, 75.
Well, quick fire 75 from Ronnie O'Sullivan gets him back into the match. He's one frame behind at 2-1. Frame number 4, mid-session interval, coming up after this one, and It'll be a much relieved Ronnie O'Sullivan, who goes back to his chair from the break. Saw a bit of the real class that he exudes in this game when things are going well in that last frame. And that in itself will put a little bit of pressure on Ken, even though he's not going to have it all his own way. Mind
Foul.
you, that'll make Ken feel better if Ron starts doing that.
Ken Doherty, 4.
Little bit quick on that one, John.
Yes, I think that was the wrong choice of shot. I think those are the times he has to get down and play a good safety shot.
One. Six. Ken Doherty, 6. One.
Well, the black's not the easiest pot, but if there's a red, it'll go to the left middle, either the one to the right of the pack or one in the middle there. Ken hasn't got to do too much with the cue ball. Well, obviously they didn't. And he's perhaps a little bit fortunate that he's not got nicely on a red, John.
Yes, I was rather surprised at the shot Ken attempted there. Very difficult to pot them along the back cushion at such speed. However, as you say, it's going to take a good shot from Ronnie. Just looking there, it seems as a possible plant.
One.
Tremendous cue power there, as you saw, to take the cue ball through the reds. And if this one comes off right, couldn't have come off much better.
8.
And chance of a nice few points here for Ronnie.
Nine. 16. $17. 22. 23.
Now Ronnie will be getting rid of the red to the right of the black here to open up the black into both corner pockets.
30. 31. 38. 39. 44.
And this is a pretty good reply from this young man. He's only 18 years old and was frozen out of the first frame. Didn't play too well in the second, missed a chance or two, but he's come back very strongly. A sign
45.
of maturity on the snooker table, certainly.
Yes, and when he's in this sort of form, you'd certainly
52.
expect him to go on and win the frame at this visit.
53.
49
60.
points in front. So just red colour, red would be
61.
sufficient.
66. 67. 74.
Certainly Ken
75.
Doherty's been around long enough to be able to stand this kind of onslaught. He knows Ronnie's game well.
82.
And all the makings of a great match
83.
to come after the interval with shots like that. Left hand side, right hand side, screw,
90.
you name it, Ronnie's using it. And the crowd do love this.
Ronnie
Didn't make the century, but nevertheless, he'll be pleased at the mid-session interval, going in level at 2 frames
15
apiece.
minutes, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you.
Yeah, but how it can change after the interval. The next frame, Ronnie didn't pot a ball. Doherty back in the lead 3-2, but here's Ronnie in frame 6. He's just a red and a brown down.
Ken has a problem, I think, trying to find a route back down there, so having a look to see if the back cushion is a reasonably safe. But obviously it wasn't. So full commitment to the pot, and what a great shot it was. Forced to take this on, as you see, and hit it so well.
Yes, Ray, and that was a nice little bonus, wasn't it? That red going over the left corner pocket.
Seven.
I'm not sure if the pink will spot. If it goes onto the black, it might help the situation a little bit.
30. $40.
A little bit of a nervous bite of the nails there from Ronnie. He knows he's missed a couple of chances in this frame.
90. $20.
This black goes up on the brown spot this time, but the red next to the pink
27.
will free the pink into both corner pockets, so he's worked this out very well as Ken Doherty.
28. $34. 35.
A little further away from the
40.
red than he would have liked, but you still expect Ken to knock this in. Well, he hit that one all wrong,
Ken Doherty.
and
40.
it could be costly. 45 points in front. Certainly, you would have expected him to win the frame if he'd have knocked that red in.
One.
That was a little bit careless from Ronnie not to get the other side of the blue. But he's such a good potter.
6. $7.
Well, if he's finished
13.
straight on this red, he's got a problem. He might have a slight angle. That's a good shot, that.
40.
Pot them along the cushion with side and get out there onto the pink was a lot better shot than it looked. I'm just thinking, Ray, you can always pick a shot out in a match that can turn things, and maybe that red
20.
that Ken Doherty missed could prove very costly in this match. I know there's a long way to go in this frame.
21.
Ronnie's battling his way back. Be interesting to see if that missed red proves costly.
Yes, the thing is, it wasn't a particularly a pressure pot that Ken missed, Dennis. It was one that he hit so badly that I think it was just lack of concentration. I mean, the cue ball didn't go where he meant to, and the red was a long way from the pocket. But well, that hasn't broken as kindly as it might. But there isn't a better player in the game than Ronnie O'Sullivan at knocking the balls to the far corner pocket
27.
from around the blue spot area. Kiss of death.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 27.
So it'll be a relieved Ken Doherty that comes to the table and a slightly annoyed Ronnie O'Sullivan that leaves it.
One.
Oh, wow, what a great shot. To get himself back in with a chance. And if he can just negotiate a path to these reds, and that looks to be A1.
Three.
Shouldn't make an error from here, but there is a little bit of pressure on this young man.
4. Nine. 10. 16. Ronnie O'Sullivan, 16.
Well, again, impetuosity of youth, Dennis.
Yes, he's so used to just knocking them in, but it's not that easy a game at times. You can miss the easiest of shots, and just look at that. I mean, how many times would he miss that? 1 in 100, if that. And the thing that hurts you is when you miss a shot like that and it costs you the frame. Still got a bit of work to do, Ken. He needs the yellow, green, brown and blue now. He's having a quick look at the scoreboard on the way around.
Six.
It's just all about getting a nice angle on the brown after potting the green so as he can get up to the blue.
Ken Doherty, 6.
Well, this is a frame that both players will probably want to forget, but I suppose whoever wins it will be relieved.
Seven.
Oh, just the
12.
pink. And this is a frame that I'm sure that Ronnie thought he'd lost. Equally, I'm sure that Ken Doherty thought he'd won, so
18.
could be a big turning point. Ronnie O'Sullivan still not playing as well as he can, but he's level at 3 frames each and everything to play for.
Yeah, and so far Ronnie O'Sullivan never ahead in this match. Here the next frame is Doherty ahead in points by 10, 2 reds left.
Eager, but just might pay him to take a little time. Quite a crucial stage in this frame and the match possibly.
I was just thinking though, Ray, if snooker players never missed, it would be a very boring game, and I think people at home enjoy watching it when the players are under a little bit of pressure and they do miss the odd easy shot, and it's a close match. I think they certainly get involved in it. First to 5 frames, so whoever wins this will only need that 1 remaining frame.
Certainly a pot to nothing on.
Foul.
Well,
Ronnie
for
O'Sullivan,
a
6.
player of Ken's experience, to take that on if there was the slightest risk of the pink going near the pocket was perhaps a little bit foolhardy. One of those reverse plants, Dennis, that where the ball does peculiar things when they're not lined up, but it could be costly.
Three.
Now needs to leave himself a bit of an angle on the green here to
10.
get the cue ball out for the brown.
12.
And that looks pretty straight, so he's probably going to have to use a bit of power here to screw the ball back.
15.
And still needs brown and blue.
Yeah, he's going to need a good shot here to get onto the blue off the brown.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 15.
I don't even think he attempted to pot the brown. That was a pretty good shot. Didn't play to pot the brown, just played to make a thin contact to get it back on the bottom cushion. Another good shot. Who's going to make the first mistake on the brown?
Yes, the little nudge on the blue has just made things very awkward for Ken. Easy to hit the brown, either by swerving or off the cushion, but not quite sure where it'll finish. And that was a very, very skillful shot from Ken Doherty.
Ronnie's played three or four very good safety shots in the brown. I bet he's itching to have a go at a pot, but he's going to have to wait for a while yet. Well, that's knocked the blue a little bit closer to the cushion, so that puts a new light on the frame now. Not easy to get onto that blue.
Both players proving that they can play good safety, Dennis, when it's necessary. One or two good shots really being played by both.
That was the problem, bridging over the black. Not easy to control the cue ball. But with that blue being moved, it was never going to be easy to get onto it.
4.
Now then, is he taking the difficult blue down the cushion with the rest?
Ronnie
Well,
O'Sullivan,
a
4.
little bit fortunate.
That's turned out pretty well. Ronnie having a look to see if it'll cut to the middle pocket, but surely he can't be taking that on.
He's played a good shot here. Just for a second, Ray, he was going to take that cut on. But he's pleased now he didn't. And he's got to hit this.
Foul.
Needs
Ronnie
snooker.
O'Sullivan, 7.
Yes, 22 points in front, only 18 on the table. Asking Ken to go again, so Ken Doherty in deep trouble.
Got to be a little bit careful, Ronnie. He doesn't want to leave the pot on because with the pink next to the black. Oh, that was a bit risky near the pocket. It turned out to get a snooker, and as a little apology from Ronnie there, I think.
Black and pink are a big target for Ken, but he hasn't had a chance yet to get the cue ball behind it, and he won't get one now. Ken says enough, so really he could well be in the lead. He isn't. This young man now into the lead, first time in the match, 4-3. What a great break from Ronnie O'Sullivan, perfect strength. Just needs this frame, and really he'll be feeling pretty good with himself because he's not played anything like as well tonight as he can. Missed lots of chances. A funny game. He's in the lead, and all the pressure is on Ken Doherty.
Well, I got a bad contact, but didn't stop him from knocking the red in, and didn't really alter the position that time, so early chance for Ronnie. But once again, the black tied up as it has been
6.
in a few of the frames since the mid-session interval.
Seven.
He might be able to sort them out. He might be able to get onto the... Well, certainly a few shots down the road. Might be able to get onto the red to the right of the black there, into the right corner.
Your time.
Pink's now completely tied up.
13. 4. 14.
Now, has he got himself nicely onto that red to the right of the
90.
black?
Twenty.
One loose red, but the perfect angle to go into the pack. Doesn't compromise.
25. 26.
Speeded up again though. And that's cost him a few shots tonight.
32.
Doesn't want it to happen in this frame that could well, there you are.
Ronnie
I say he
O'Sullivan,
doesn't want it to
32.
happen in this frame. It's the one that was going to take him into the next round. Anxious looks. What's he left?
Yeah, I think Ken Doherty just lost a little bit of his composure. He knows that he should have been 4-2 in front. He was 3-2 and led 45-0 in the 6th frame. And that all gets to a player. It's difficult to put it out of your mind. And that was just a careless safety shot from Ken. It was all slipping away from him just at present.
Six. 7.
Oh, a little anxious look up to the stars there. That one just wriggled its way in. And I think that's the first time he's done that, Ray. He's sort of composed himself there. He knows he's getting towards the winning line.
Forty.
It's gone wrong. 52
20.
points in front. Really can be a hard game at times, this. Frustrating. Fractions making the difference.
Ronnie
But
O'Sullivan,
if he'd have
20.
been on the red there, he would have fancied Ronnie to win the frame and match. He's played a good safety shot, but his opponent is still in with a chance.
That's a great shot from Ken Doherty to free the black there. So it's not all over yet for Ken Doherty. He's 52 behind. But can he get that chance? Half chance here.
Excellent shot. Didn't play it as a shot to nothing. Went for the pot, played position for the green or brown. And he's got a perfect angle on the green, I think, to get behind those three reds to the back of the pink. Or the one to the left.
4.
Good chance.
Five.
Yes, he'd just be a little bit disappointed, Ken, there. He's gone a bit too far for the blue. Having to take the black. And I think he's overdone it with the cue ball. Those reds were waiting
12.
for the left corner. Can still pot one, but with the rest, not that easy.
Ken Doherty, 12.
In
Ronnie
fact-
O'Sullivan, 4.
Ken Doherty told the referee that he played a foul shot there. Very sporting of Ken. Of course, most players do that in the game of snooker. Still nice to see that the young players are carrying on the tradition. Can't be said of all sports.
Well, Ken can get through to the red to the right middle, but it's much more difficult than it looks on the screen. Well, that's a great shot. He'll certainly not give up without a fight, Ken Doherty. A railroad battler.
Six. Seven.
He's finished Twix and between here, Dennis. Does he go for the pink to the middle and play for the two reds, or for the far corner and play for the single one? Pink is the middle is the easier. But this isn't easy with the rest.
13.
It looks pretty tight, but obviously it does go, Ray, because he had a look at it before he took the pink on.
Ken Doherty, 13.
31 points the difference. He's left a red. Red color red.
One.
This is a bit tricky when you know that it's match ball, as it were. But Ronnie O'Sullivan very relieved, I think, to have got through this, because he's not played anything like as well as he can.
50.
His opponents had chances, and Ken will be very disappointed. As Dennis said earlier, he should have gone 4-2 up. Wasn't in any trouble to do that. And Ronnie O'Sullivan will be relieved to go through. He's not played well, but he's done enough. He goes through finally by 5 frames to 3.
Ken Doherty and Ronnie O'Sullivan.